Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron number 4. We're of course carrying on with the end of the last save game, which is of course where we're playing the Central... I thought we were going to be the Central American Republic. But yeah, it's the Central American Empire here. As you can see, Central American Empire is what we formed. Last episode we basically gained control of Panama. There's a tiny piece of Panama, of course, that we don't have any control over. That's this little section here. Colon? Is that what they call it? Well, whatever. Anyways, what are we going to do in here? Not much at the moment. Let's have a look at the decisions that are available. There's various ones available at present. I'm slowly working my way, of course, to getting the next bit done here. As you can see, I'm working on justifying a war against Colombia, as well as against Ecuador. Ecuador we should be ready to do at the beginning of 1940. Now I've got the various different armies ready here. So this army is underneath this general here. Let's set that front line here to be indeed this line here. I got those 4 divisions ready there. And really what we want to basically go for is of course Bogota, being the capital. That basically provides all those key points. We can also go for a Libertad. But this being the main one, it's going to do a naval invasion over here. That seems to be a good choice, at least for the moment. Anyways, let's get the clock running. We're doing nicely on the research, I would say. Now we're probably somewhere behind compared to some of our neighbors, but that should be okay. We got one factory basically working on some infrastructure. Do I need to do more infrastructure? Maybe. So see if I do more infrastructure there. That actually seems to increase the amount of oil we're getting from there. So increasing that by 1 would be useful. Plus, of course, as you can see, I can build more factories. Particularly in those regions there, that would be useful to have. Now, what is our current export focus? Are we basically doing free trade? That's at the moment what we're doing. Gives our factories an output boost, which is great. We're doing nice in terms of production of weapons and, of course, support equipment. We do need more for the purpose of reinforcements here in terms of support equipment. Probably to do with the fact that we basically changed the composition of our units relatively recently. So if we look at that composition of our units at the moment, you should see that there are, of course, engineering companies as part of that. Set that to be normal. Now, this one here is pretty much fully equipped except for support equipment, I would say. Poland refuses German ultimatum. Paramilitarism. Okay, perfect. So what does that do for me, paramilitarism? It makes it possible for me to go down this route here, which basically allows me to have, of course, additional war support, division attack on core territories, division defense on core territories. I can also create a faction. Allows also kamikaze strikes. Now, really the create faction one is the key one I wanted to basically go for here. Maybe want to get one of these here as well. Or something to do with doctrine. Let's have a quick look again here. 17 days for the improved infantry equipment. So which route do I want to focus in on? Let's go down the route that we have here anyways. Let's carry on with that ideological stuff there. I can actually also reorder these. That's quite useful to know. As you can see, I'm going to move that one towards the bottom here for the moment being. Now I don't really produce that much in terms of materials here, as you will see. My actual production or extraction is, in this instance, it's oil. we're importing a fair amount. In terms of actual proper resource, we're basically doing mostly chromium here. Chromium is not that frequently used yet, but later on in the war, later on in time, that will change. So Germany is doing the research of the around Maginot, or actually it's got that focus, I should maybe say. It's not the research, it's the around focus. Let's go home again. Now, how is our progress towards our first target here? Doing okay, I think. Let's have a look at this here. If you look over here, you should see that we actually are working towards, of course, changing their political flavoring. Ideological fanaticism. These guys here, we can of course change their opinion. They're already on the same line. Create faction. What is wrong with this at the moment? Right, let's pause the game for just a second. They declared war, which is great. They will not accept. We need at least one more. So what is the current? Positive 41, negative 50. Venezuelan opinion of us, base reluctance, neither they nor we are at war. Okay. Does that matter? Base reluctance is 20. Can of course get set it to improve relationships once again, but yeah, let's for the moment just leave it as is. Let's have a look at what we can potentially do with our points later on. Quartermaster General, Captain of Industry. Joins the Allies, okay. Naval base, air base, nuclear reactor. Conversion, so probably Captain of Industry would be an interesting one to go for, but I'm more likely to maybe get something around the Navy here. Ship design. Naval research time is reduced. That would be a useful one. I'm not doing anything with armor, so naval would be useful. How are we doing in terms of that, actually? Alright, so that is on this side. So if I basically... No, sorry, I should have done it differently. So these two here, I should be able to merge into one. As you can see, that's now become one unit here. And of course, in terms of manufacturing, I should be able to choose, of course, a different one. Let's choose El Salvador for this one at the moment. Reducing that whilst increasing that. That's could be useful. I'm going to increase that unit here. I'm also going to assign this one to that same invasion. Now, if I can look at our production here, we're doing okay in terms of these numbers, I would say. We're no longer as short of support equipment as we were before. Improved infantry weapons. That's this one here. So we're in 1939 now, so I should theoretically be able to go for this one here. So I've just done that. I've basically gone for the newer weapons. Is that a smart move? Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyways, I got new units here. At least this one here. I'm going to assign to a brand new general. Again, this new general I'm going to assign underneath there as well. But the main focus of this guy is going to be the front line here. Yep, so I want to make sure, of course, I get a proper general on there. Planning speed, yeah, let's get this guy on there. It would be nice if he had a picture, but it's not mandatory. Alright, what can I do here? Can I actually, in terms of this, send an attaché? I could do. Or maybe I want to send an attaché to Germany. Could I do that? Send attaché will result in a higher military cooperation, give us benefits in both of our developing strengths, improve relationships. I could of course ask to join the faction. Slovakia and Italy are both part of the faction at the moment. not sure yet what benefits that would actually instill upon us, but for the moment, let's keep it as is. For the Warsaw, Poland didn't stand a chance. They capitulated. Great. Of course, for them. Okay, in terms of our progress here, is we need to wait until January still. Yeah. And then September the year after is when we can do the next one. Okay, USSR occupies eastern Poland. United Kingdom is there. What have we got here as well? Of course, got these locations here. 2.5 million. Germany pressure towards the Benelux. Okay. So world tension is still increasing. Luxembourg joins the Allies. Okay. German Reich declares war on Luxembourg. Right, this one is just moving amazingly slow. Probably to do with the fact that we got the mountains here. That doesn't really help. 38 days, 36 days, and this will be done in less than that. Belgium joins the Allies. German Reich declares war. Right, lots of war declarations there. World tension is increasing because of it as well, which is understandable. Alright, let's allocate that one there as well. In terms of manufacturing here, we got a couple more units getting ready to be deployed as well. But as you can see, we got a large chunk of manpower, so that is of course great to see. We got a total of 7.9% of the population is at the moment mobilized. In total, we should really be at 9.5. Looking at the numbers, the sum of those numbers, that is. Denmark joins the Allies. German Reich declares war upon Denmark. Okay, so basically what I can do now, I can basically take these two and again say, I'll merge these two. Should increase that number quite nicely, not beyond the 5. Ah, no, there we go. Okay, I didn't freeze after all. Production-wise, do I want to shift that again? Let's set it to be produced over there in Honduras. I haven't got much other equipment other than that as of yet. Do I want to reinforce that one? Probably. Or maybe, no, is it necessary? Maybe not as necessary as you might initially think, but okay. Luxembourg has capitulated, yeah. Is to be expected. Right, let's assign that one to here and set that one to join the actual invasion. The other one is going to go over to there, supporting the defenses of our borders there. It's going nicely. We just finished a bit of research. Perfect. Finland rejects Soviet demands. Okay, that makes sense that they do that. We're in October 1939. Now, what I can do here is, of course, I can work on my conversion speed. That should be finished before the actual new infantry equipment is done. Which should, of course, allow me a bit of extra playroom in there. Our ideological fanaticism will be done. So perfect, done. U.S. influence. The United States advocates for democracy is starting to affect our country. Radio broadcast allow speech of Franklin and Delano Roosevelt to reach our people. Okay. Okay, so that basically now. Okay, let's look at that research in a minute. Why we fight. we need to have one other party in our faction at the very least, and also we need to be fighting a war jointly. I'm not at that point yet. Equipment, doctrine. Yeah, let's go for aviation here first. And in terms of research here, we could of course go for this one here. Efficiency cap is increased. I can also go for the construction speed being increased. That's probably quite useful to have as well. Belgium has capitulated. Okay, nice. Now, can I now invite these guys over into a faction? No, I cannot. Right, what other parties here? For example, Peru. Create faction. No. Positive is not as big as on the other one. Create faction is... Oh, positive 48. So they're actually leaning towards us now, which is good. So if I improve the relationship slightly further, that should maybe tip the balance there and allow us to basically create a brand new faction here. The open research, no, we're doing okay for the moment. So January is the next point when we should see something there. Research-wise, nothing coming too soon. It's really the aviation effort here that will be the first bit to come through. The Netherlands has capitulated, okay. Soviet Union declares war upon Finland. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So lots of fighting going on along the border there. Denmark has capitulated, okay. So we got, again, various different units there already. Neutrality did not work for Denmark. Yeah, okay. I gather that. Eight to 9. +2 artillery, plus anti-tank. Okay. Why did I use anti-tank? I'm not sure. Okay. So as you can see, we're still short of that equipment there, but in terms of manufacturing, I might want to shift some of that over to there. I know I'm imposing additional reductions on there, but my idea is I'm going to be increasing that number, so at least I got a bit of a surplus there. As you can see, I got a massive stockpile there. Don't necessarily need that entire stockpile, so what can I do to build extra gear? I can start building intra-war fighters maybe. For the moment, I'm just going to keep that number at where it is. Political decisions, war propaganda, ban the Democratic Party. Stability is pretty good. There's a little bit of a Democratic Party forming here. What can I do with these guys now? Can I ask them to join my faction yet? No. I need 1 point more. We're close to it, but we're not quite there yet. Asked to create a faction. Is that the maximum? It does look like it is, isn't it? Yeah, let's stop improving that because I can't really do much more. German Reich army seems unstoppable. France has capitulated. Nice. Okay. What does that do? If I guarantee their independence, let's wait for that to become at the good 150 points. Then I might be able to do something again. White peace between these two parties has been signed. Cool. So what are we going to do here now? I'm not going to change the conscription. I'm not going to change this. I could set this to be a partially mobilized, early mobilization, partial mobilization. Yeah, the construction speed should increase because of that. For military factories. Partial mobilization. Consumer goods factories. How much are we actually doing here in terms of consumer goods? That's 6, that's 33%. So if I bring that down to 25%, the total number of factories that we have is 11. 33% of that. Really? Civilian economy, stability. So it says 20, and because it's 20, so if I bring that down to 25%, that should only mean I need 5. So it's not that big a difference it will make. So where should we see the big difference really? If we basically choose naval research time there, maybe that will help. What else could we do here? Aerial superiority, airborne assault. Material designer, infantry equipment. That would help. Yeah. So that should now, yeah, as you can see, that's brought down. I'm not going to do that conversion straight away. I'm going to basically wait for this other one to be done first. Northern border. Okay. This one, actually I haven't given it a name yet, so let's call this my main expeditionary army. And this one here, I can actually call my second thrust. Okay. Right, can I take these guys into my faction yet? No. What can we do to basically tip that balance? Base reluctance, neither they nor we are at war. Is it easier to do? Well, potentially. Potentially. Okay, Lima, these guys here are a fascist state as well. I cannot improve relationships because it costs me points, which I do not have at the moment. I can of course sign a non-aggression pact. No, I cannot with these guys, but I can with these guys. No, I cannot. Available war goal. Nice. Right, do we want to go ahead with this? I think I do. Let's pick up this unit here first and actually assign it to this army here. Alright, we're going to basically declare war here. Nice. Let's initiate that invasion plan there. As you can see, they're getting into their ships already. Can I sign it? I'm not sure. Second armistice of Compagne. Right. National Français declare war on Free France. really. What's National Français? Is that Vichy France? It is, I guess. Let's maybe take that into the fold over there. Submarines upgrading here. That's good. Now if I look at my naval units here. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. These two I want to merge into one. And in terms of production, I probably want to set this to be El Salvador once again, because yeah, at the moment my main thrusts are on this side of the equation. Can I now take these guys in? Yes, I can. And they will accept. So Peru, I cannot, because the difference is too big at the moment. I can alleviate that, of course, with improving our relationships. Aviation efforts has, of course, completed here. Let's go for the doctrine, I would say, but maybe let's go for the actual submarines here first. Or is there something else I should focus in? Alright, for some reason my recording was interrupted, so apologies about that. Hopefully that won't cause too many issues, but we're looking for a new focus. Which one are we going to go for? That's the question. There's various different ones I can go for. I can go for the fighter focus here, or for a bomber focus. That's more focused around strategic bombing, and this is more focused around fighters, it looks like. 2 times 50% research bonus for different fighter types. Submarine effort, destroyer effort, and that's for destroyers. I don't really want to go down all the way to destroyers. I do want to do something here, of course, with submarines, but is it worthwhile to actually take these here at all? I'm not sure. Air doctrine, we got a reduction there, that's good. I probably want to go for this one here. It gives me 2 times 50% off, which is should be well worth it. As part of our invasion here, you should see that we are basically fighting against a unit there. They are suffering. Progress is slow but steady. As you saw, I basically have started improving my relationships with these guys here. It's really my hope to be able to invite these guys into my faction at some point soon. As you can see, we're doing quite nicely here. We've taken ownership of this. Oops, I hope. Oh well, that should be fine. I want to take over that port. So of course I want to be able to get my supplies in. At the moment I'm not being supplied at all. Getting supplies in is quite crucial. That's pretty straightforward. Now let's attack that location there. Let's from here take 2 of our units and let's support that attack there. We had some naval engagement here. We were able to attack some of their convoys. Good. That should have basically given us a little bit more experience in the Navy, I would imagine. As you can see, it's only 0.01. That's not really something to write home about, is it? Alright. Doing rather nice over here. We should get access to more of these factories here shortly, plus of course their oil, which is really one of the key drivers here for us to do this. Getting access to their oil. It's only moving there, not to the other locations. As you can see, I actually have enough points here for us to say this is an infantry expert. Let's go for this one here. Infantry expert. Ah, that's a field marshal trait. Interesting. Anything I can do here already? Nope, nope, not yet. He's still at level 1, it looks like. Which is fine. Let's bring that around. And then from there I will basically be able to, of course, take this route here as well and basically support the attack there. Right, infantry weapons. We can of course choose a new research item here. Cloud over Cairo. We're gonna go for probably should do something with the Marines at some point. Can I also go for this one here? Yeah, I can actually go for the improved version of that already. I'm gonna wait with the upgrade of the weapons until I basically got the improved equipment conversion here. Alright. Okay, so I got this done here. I can of course go for this one here. Or that one there. Conversion speed bonus, conversion speed bonus. Okay, I can basically boost the production there. Nice, I can actually also start saying where I want to basically put more stuff into. Look at that number though. Number-wise, we're doing quite nicely here. Why have they not capitulated? Have they got more points of power? Yeah, probably this one counts as well. So, in our war, total losses is they have lost troops. I've got casualties of 7,500. Wow. They've suffered 5,200 in losses. Interesting. Interesting. Now, Venezuela is not involved in this war, so that's, for the moment, I would say fine. Let me increase that number there. Again, this one I'm going to set to support that guy there. And this one I'm going to assign to this general here. Support us over here. Now it looks like I actually got some extra ships in this region here that I can actually get operational. So they all join our fleet here in basically controlling this region. We are ready to, of course, take over. Can I take over everything? It looks like I can. We took 2 states. Look at the amount of equipment we seized. That is quite nice, isn't it? Alright, let's start that conversion here up to the better equipment. As you can see, we did lose, but we should see that there is a faster conversion here. Let's have a look at our territory now. So yes, these guys are now our neighbors. Neither they nor we are at war. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't say much to me, but that's fine. Now what could we go for next in terms of acquisitions? Haiti? Dominican Republic? Justify a war goal against them. We are 13 points short of that. Okay. I need to just bear that in mind. 13 points more, so we need to be at 37. Okay. Chance of equipment loss. Interesting. Now, what kind of equipment did we actually acquire from these guys? Equipment 2. Interesting. Oh, that's what we're producing at the moment. Yeah, of course. Equipment 1. It doesn't say the source of these, though. Ah, we actually acquired some artillery. That's interesting. So in terms of resources, we are still importing stuff here as well. We don't really need the oil, but yeah, we do have a need for some rubber. Okay. Look at the number of factories that we got here. That's quite nice to see. Ecuador. Look at the number of armies they got there. That's wow. I think armies there on that front line are good. I'm going to basically set in a few extra to be recruited. Well, a fair number extra. Because I do want to reinforce the armies on this side here. Hungary joins the Axis, okay. Okay, so they are positive now. I'm going to stop that process of improving relationships there. Are there more fascist states down here? Doesn't really look like it, does it? Can I justify here against these guys now? I'd say so. 185 days. Yeah, that should do. Treaty of Kriaivo. More concessions be forced onto the Kingdom of Romania, with Bulgaria reclaiming southern Dobrogea. Okay. So fighter focus here is going really, really nicely. We should finish this in 14 days, and we should finish this in less than 14 days. So probably want to basically start doing the focus on the research of new planes afterwards. Okay. So I guess I'll want to call in Venezuela once we go to war, I think. Not 100% sure yet. These guys here, probably want to go for a thrust through there. Yeah, so I'm basically taking it along two fronts here, really, as you can see. Main focus will be that city there. But yeah, that is also a city that we could consider going for. They've got ports there around as well. Nice, so we got that new focus done here. And of course we go ahead and go for the land doctrine, infantry weapons and so forth. I need to be at war first, and I also need to have more than 50 factories. I don't have more than 50 factories as of yet, I guess. Yeah, army experience here can be increased. Do I want to create a design for special units here? So let's go to the designer. Probably I do want to keep that on there. Right, if I basically say that this is going to be my home guard, for example. Okay. This is the original template we're going to use for this. Let's just do that from an empty design to start off with. So we're going to put that on there, we're going to put that down there. I was treating the other one as a variant, which wasn't really our intention. I did want to call that, of course, the home one. We're going to basically set it to use the older equipment first. None of that basic crap really. It's yeah, the infantry equipment number 1. It'll be basically the initial focus. Yes, in terms of supporting equipment, it doesn't really matter where we get it from. But yeah, the artillery, we do want to basically pick up the old stuff there if we can. Okay, I'm going to train a couple of divisions of this. Alright, that should do quite nicely. Set the home location to be Guatemala. And this one we probably want to set the home location to be Costa Rica. It looks like I got a new submarine at my disposal. So I'm going to take these two and merge these two here. But guys, looking at the clock, it's about time for us to call it a day. So in the next episode, we'll see how we actually will go to war with Colombia. We're going to try to, of course, take some of that terrain from them. It'll be a tough one, I guess, but we just need to wait and see how that goes. But luckily we got an ally, Venezuela, who's got a fair number of units at his disposal as well. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care. Bye-bye.